up guys, it's Nashcrafter and welcome to my channel for another episode of Let's Play Vanilla Minecraft. So we're back today in our, you guys already know, our Vanilla Minecraft world, and I am really excited to be back in this world. It's been kind of a minute since I last played on this. I do have a few things to show you guys actually once we kind of get started in the episode here, but I've got a few things to show you. We've got a few things to craft, and towards the end of the episode we are going to be building something. So it's going to be an episode full of a bunch of random stuff. I hope you guys don't mind too much, but the first thing we're going to do is we are going to start off actually in the Nether. So my last episode we did a Nether hub. We kind of like planned it out, got everything going, and kind of thinking about that video, and I was, I explained everything and how I set up my Nether hub, but I feel like I almost kind of didn't simplify it very much, and I didn't explain it to the best way that I could in more detail. So I think what I want to do is, first starting off here, we are going to head into the Nether, and I'm actually going to demonstrate to you guys how I exactly set up one of the portals. In the last episode we just set up a bunch of portals, and I kind of just kind of briefly went over how I did the process, but I actually want to go through it and show you guys exactly with one portal as an example. So that's what we're going to be starting off with. Also, I did want to mention before we jump into things is that I am playing in a texture pack now, so I am playing in the Faithful texture pack. I'll be sure to link it down below so you guys can find Faithful and get this texture pack for yourself if you like it. And I've been playing with this texture pack on my brand new series, the Decidedly Vanilla SMP. Again, shameless plug if you haven't checked it out. It has been like, I've been on that server so much, you guys. I've been loving it, but I've been playing with this texture pack on that world and I've really been enjoying it, so I thought I'd bring it over into this world as well. Alright guys, so enough jabbering on. We are going to get started here in the Nether, but before we do that, I actually am going to switch over to a different view right now. You guys are going to see a different thing here in just a second, so I am going to switch over right now. Alright guys, so what you are seeing here is actually a website. So this is mineatlas.com. I thought I would mention this because I did mention it in the last episode. It's one of the resources I used when trying to plot where I wanted my portals to go, and I feel like this is the part where I kind of didn't explain things very well. So what I do is, or what I did to set up my Nether hub basically, is I went to mineatlas.com, just like this up here, and it says the unofficial Minecraft 1.8 seed map. So what this does, it will show you your seed in map form. So we're just going to type in the seed here, which is MC Nash. If any of you guys were wondering, that is the seed for my world. And then we're going to go set seed. Now, even though this does say 1.8, I am playing in a 1.12 world, and the map is identical. So I think this should work with your 1.12 worlds. I'm not, there could be some things like if you played in Amplified, it might not work, or there just might be some situations where maybe it doesn't work. If you did custom settings, potentially that could not work as well. I'm just playing in a regular old vanilla Minecraft world, so it worked perfectly for me, and this is where we spawned. First episode you guys saw we were right near that mesa, so automatically right off the bat I could tell that this was correct. And then when I was picking where I wanted my portals to go to, all of the portals linked up perfectly. So this map is accurate. If you guys are also wondering, this is the general area as to where my house is. So if you do spawn in this world, I'm right over here in between these two extreme hills biomes. Another cool thing about Mine Atlas is that you can kind of show all of these different things. So likely villages, it'll show you ocean monuments, it will show you slime chunks, it will show you witch huts. So when I was planning out my Nether hub, I decided all of the places that I wanted to go. So I wanted to pick an ice biome, I wanted to pick a desert, I wanted to pick a mesa, and I wanted to pick a jungle. All those different places where I could get the different resources and connect them all through the Nether. I basically just picked coordinates. So I looked at the map and I thought, okay, where do I want to go here? Let's see, let's go to this savanna down here. Let's pick that one. So Savannah Plateau. And all I did was I hovered over that area, and you guys can see over to the right it says coordinate. Alright, so we've got coordinates of 984 as well as 1,496. So that is going to be our X and our Z coordinates. Now Mine Atlas doesn't give you the Y coordinate because technically it really doesn't matter all that much. As long as, like, if you're trying to make your Nether hub all on the same Y coordinate, you're gonna be fine. So it's gonna plot your portal anywhere, so the Y doesn't matter. In this case, you are just looking at the X coordinate and the Z coordinate. So next thing you're gonna want to do is you just want to take those two coordinates you got and divide those by 8. Now the reason that you want to divide those numbers by 8 is because 1 block in the Nether is equivalent to 8 blocks in the overworld. So when you're in the Nether, if you move 1 block to the next block, you're actually moving 8 blocks in the overworld, if that makes sense. So you want to divide those numbers by 8. So when I divided 984 by 8, I got 123. And when I divided 1,496 by 8, I got 187. So those are going to be the X and the Z coordinates that we want to find in the Nether. Alright guys, so we are here in my little Nether hub that I have going. I basically left it the same as it was in the last episode, except for I have some rails. I was trying to mess around with villagers a little bit, but I decided that I want to do that on camera, so I'm going to hold off. I didn't actually move any villagers or anything, but I thought I would explain that just in case you guys were wondering why these rails were here. And okay, so the way my Nether hub is laid out, so I go to the left by the Z coordinates and to the right. So I don't go, you know, forwards and backwards from this view in specific. To the left, if we pull up F3 really quick, so looking at that Z coordinate, you can see that that one goes up and down when I move forward and backward. So this is the one we're going to focus on first, just because this is the way my Nether is set up. You could totally go X if you wanted to, like you could go, like, start with finding the X first, you could start with finding the Z first. It's just kind of how you want to lay it out, but mine is set up to where I move forward and backward on the Z. So we're going to start there, and we want to go up to 187. So you guys can see that that Z number is starting to go down, and we're going to start to get into the positives, which is where we want to go. Alright guys, so here we are. This is where we ended up. This is where we want to start from. So next thing we need to do is find that X coordinate, and that is going to be 123. So if we move forward and backward this way, you can see that these numbers get higher. I actually don't have any blocks on me, and I really need blocks. So what I'm going to do, this might seem a little weird and dangerous, but I am actually going to light that on fire, and that's going to kind of mark off that that's where we need to come back to. So I'm gonna go get some blocks, and then we'll start heading off in the X direction. Alright guys, so I'm back to the spot. This is where we left off, and so we want to go off in this direction up to 123, which actually is pretty close. So what I'm gonna do is take out some of these blocks here so that we can, you know, work our way this way. And you can see we're at 112, so we need 123. And I know I probably could put this up here actually, so I could have made a little staircase up and went into this section. That way I didn't have to make this like kind of sketchy bridge thing. But just to keep everything on the same level, I want to do it this way. So this is just a personal preference. You don't have to do this. You can kind of like do it at any height you would like, but this is 123 and then 187, which was the two coordinates that we wanted in the first place. So this is where our portal should be. If we're correct, this should end us up in that savanna biome. So hopefully I did this right. So I'm going to take my obsidian, and we are going to put 2 there. We'll go up by 3 here in just a second. Alright, there we go guys. So we're going to take F3 off so you guys can see this a little bit. I know this is a bit of a tight squeeze because I did have to make this little platform, but it should be pretty good. So like I said, we should end up in the savanna. And we're just stepping out of the portal now. And you guys can see up on my journey map, that is actually also something that I did decide to use in this. I don't think I'll be using it in this series, but I do have it for this episode. So I do have the journey map up there. It's kind of chilling. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the episode. I didn't even think about it, but we are in a savanna plateau, just like it said on Mine Atlas. So you guys know that even though I am playing in 1.12 seed, I just generated this world in 1.12 that Mine Atlas does seem to work, at least if you generate just a normal vanilla world. So everything is looking good here. I'm glad that this worked out, and I really hope that that kind of explained things a little bit better than in the last episode, because I got a couple comments from you guys saying like, oh, how did you know where to put the portal? Did you find that in the overworld, or did you, adventure off and then place it down? And I basically just used Mine Atlas. So everything that I did with you guys today with Mine Atlas, that is what I did. So I picked the coordinate that I wanted, I picked the place that I knew I wanted, and it just ended up working out. So it's pretty nice. If you just do the whole division thing, it usually works out pretty good. The biggest thing that I can stress to you guys if you use this method is make sure you get your coordinates right and make sure that you divide it right, because that could send you like across the map and in a completely different area, which is not what you guys want. But yeah, so this did end up working out, and this is how I did it basically. So this is how I set up my nether hub, and let me kill the skeleton really quick, and then we will go back through. Alright guys, so we're heading back to the main base. I have a few things that I wanted to show you guys that I did off camera. I also wanted to talk to you guys about why I have been gone recently. I know a lot of you guys have been asking, what's going on? Why haven't you uploaded in a while? And I'm going to explain that. Don't worry, I'm going to explain it. But I do want to head back to the base. I've got some things to show you guys, as well as a small build plan for this episode. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. We'll kind of jump back into things in the next episode. But yeah, so we're going to head back. I'll meet you guys there. Alright guys, so before we get into all of the updates and things like that, I actually did want to turn off Journey Map. The reason that I do have Journey Map installed is actually because on the Decidedly Vanilla server that I play on, we can use Journey Map, and it's kind of like a feature of being on Decidedly Vanilla, and that's why I have it installed. So as you guys can see here, it doesn't show me anything other than what I've already explored. So I'm not using it to like, do anything cheaty or whatever. I know you guys really like that this is a vanilla series, and I do want to keep it vanilla. So what I'm going to do is, so you guys can see here, I turned off Enable Minimap. I don't want it to show on this world, but I do want to turn it off because I do like keeping this series, as vanilla as possible. I know we use shaders and stuff like that, and that's not really vanilla, but I think Journey Map is kind of pushing it a little bit when it comes to that stuff, but I do have it installed because of Decidedly Vanilla. It's really nice to have on there because it's really cool to be able to find everybody's bases when you're on a server. So it's really great for that, and I do have it, it's installed, it's there. But for this series, we are going to disable it. We're going to turn it off. We're not going to use it. So now we are on to some updates. So I actually have been doing a little bit of work off camera, and I do have a new build to show you guys. Now I have to be honest, I don't know how proud of this build I am. It's not really my favorite build that I've ever built. I'm just going to show you guys. There it is. I think the main thing that's bothering me about it is the roof. I don't really like the mixture of textures up there. I think for some reason, like, it's just not really sitting well with me. You guys will have to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, because like I said, it's just something that's a little off about it that I don't really like. But we're gonna pop inside here really quick, and basically this is a storage room. So this is where I'm keeping all of my storage. I started to get really full with my stuff, and one thing I wanted to do with you guys was actually make diamond armor, because I don't have any diamond armor, and I feel like it's just time. Like, we've been hanging out here for a while in this world, and it's just, we have some diamonds, we might as well check us out. We're looking awesome. Now I am going to enchant this, but I'll probably do that off camera. Yeah, this is my storage system, so I really like the way everything's set up. This is kind of random stuff, I guess you could say. Like, I have some of the powders and dusts and things like that, and then all the things I find in dungeons or more specialty items. My redstone box, which is awesome. I really do want to get shulker boxes for this kind of stuff later, but that's like way down the road. So I also have this little closet. It closes up. It's really, really cute. I was actually super proud of this. I was like, I could put a bed in this little cabinet thing, and it actually does work. I use it a lot actually, which is great, and I think it just looks like a little cabinet, so it's kind of cool. And then let's see here. So this is where my armor goes. So I'm going to put this stuff away actually while we're here. And I just put extra tools up in here as well. So anything I'm not really using or it's close to breaking, stuff like that. I'll put that up here. This way goes to the back little porch area type thing. I like the decoration of this. It's nothing too fancy or snazzy or anything. It's just kind of for more detail. But this is my favorite part of the build. And this is the part that I like. I actually do like. This is just like a little back thing. I thought it'd be cute to add. And I like it. I like it. So then we have a little trapdoor here. And if we head down the trapdoor, this is where there's an Enderman. Why are you stealing my blocks, bro? I'm kind of want to take him on, but I'm scared. Yeah, we got this. We so got this. That's my first Ender Pearl, guys. Yes, how exciting is that? All right, I think that Enderman is done screaming at us now. But this is our first Ender Pearl. That's so exciting. I don't know why that's so exciting for me, but I'm enjoying it. I like it. That's awesome. And I really like the way Ender Pearls look in this texture pack. I think that's really cool. But I wanted my grass block back. That guy's been stealing my stuff. I was not about that. So yeah, but anyway, back to the storage system. So this is basically where I keep all of my blocks. So I do have spot for netherrack. We can pop some of this netherrack up in here, and then also over here it kind of goes in rows. This is it. I know this room is a little bare. Honestly, you guys, I'm really bad with redstone and interior design. Those are two things that I really need to work on. So I think, you know, throughout this series and my Decidedly Vanilla series, we're going to be focusing a lot on like interior design and just building in general, and a few redstone things here and there. But I'm sorry, this is a bit of a talky episode. We are going to be kind of going through a lot of things and talking, but actually before we do that, I want to do something. I want to do our tradition. I want to switch into shaders, and you guys know that we do this towards the end of every episode or at the middle of every episode, so I think it's time that we go into shaders. Alright guys, so here we are in our shaders, and it's looking fantastic. You guys know this is the Chocopic or Chocopic. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. I always go by Chocopic. This is always linked in my description below for any video that I use it in. So if you guys are really liking the shaders, it is linked in the description below, just so you guys know. That lens flare is kind of insane today. Wow, boom. Okay. Alright guys, so I've gathered up a little bit of resources here, nothing too crazy. I just grabbed a few things that I think would look good for this design. I think they would fit in pretty well here. We do use a lot of spruce wood, and I think I do kind of want to start using a little bit more oak wood here and there, because it's starting to become really spruce dominant here. And not that that's a bad thing whatsoever, but I just want it to kind of not be all spruce wood. So what we're going to be building is a well, and I'm really excited. I've actually never built one of these before, so hopefully I can do it some justice here. But what we want to do, I think I'm just going to do it right here. I don't really have too much of a plan for this or anything, but I think we're going to do something like this. And while I'm building, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about why I was gone for so long. So a few of you guys have asked, you know, down in the comments section, why haven't I been uploading videos? What's going on? Where have I been? And things like that. Basically, what's been going on in my life, like my personal life, if you guys are curious, is I am actually a student. So I have been in college for a couple of years now, and I took a year off. So I've only been actually in school for like 2 years. So yeah, I'm in school. I'm in college studying architecture, and right now I go to a community college, and I really like it. I think it's great. But the thing is, as of right now, I'm trying to transfer into a bigger college, a bigger university, and I'm kind of in my final stretch here. So I am, you know, trying to get all of my credits before I transfer, and it's something that has taken me a lot more time than I thought it was going to. And the thing about this is, like, I've never really been a good student. All throughout high school, I just didn't even really apply myself very well. I could have done a lot better than I did. And I wish I tried. I wish I did more when I was back in high school, and now that's something that I've really been thinking about, and really, like, I've been trying so hard in college because I didn't get the opportunity to do that in high school the way I wanted to. So I took about a month and a half break just recently at the start of this summer, and I've been focusing on school. I know it's not the most grand or exciting reason to be gone, but to me it's really important. I want to do good in school, and taking up a bit more time than I expected it to. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys understand. But I actually have been having... Ooh, is the sun going down? It is. Alright, we're back to our little well here. So like I said, I hope that makes sense. And I was just gone for school. I know it's kind of a boring reason to be gone, but I am back, and videos are going to be uploaded, you know, pretty regularly. I'm planning on doing 4 to 5 videos a week. So I have school 2 days a week, and my classes are pretty intense. I have a lot of drawing assignments because I'm in a architectural drafting class, and that class is like hardcore. It's pretty intense, honestly. That's pretty much the only one that like really takes time. I'm also in a math class, and I have those 2 days a week. So on the days I have those classes, which is Mondays and Wednesdays, I am not going to be uploading a video because it's just gonna, I just don't think I can. I really don't, as much as I want to. Ooh, this design is, I don't know how I feel about that. I always build in odd numbers, so it's kind of weird to build in an even here, but maybe we could work something cool out. And I'm just going random here. I'm not really like, I don't have a plan for this or anything. I'm just kind of doing whatever I feel, what I feel looks right or looks cool. Place these guys down. Okay, so I have no clue what I'm doing here. I'm just like, I'm doing random things, trying to see what looks good, what looks right. You know what I need to do is bring a crafting table like with me when I build. It's something I never do. We are just gonna try some stuff. So this is a building process that I'll kind of do sometimes. Like, most of the time I do plan things out. I'm like really good about planning things out, making sure they fit and they work together. But for like little stuff like this, I usually don't plan things out too much. I just kind of go with what feels right, what I think looks good at the time. I'm not liking it too much. There's something off about it. I think one thing that needs to be added is I would like to maybe do something like that. And what I like to do a lot of times is I like to step back and take a look at what I've done. You might be like looking at it and be like, what is missing? What looks weird about this? What don't I like? What do I like? And one thing I think I definitely want to add to this is going to be a weird one because it is even. But I like the way this is looking so far, so I don't want to change it. I just got to work with the top and make it all look cohesive here. Alright guys, so I'm kind of looking at this and I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble because building on an even just isn't something that I do a lot of times, and I really don't like that center, like, I want it to have kind of a domed roof to it, and there's no center point. Like, it's going to be either a really thick center or it's just not really going to make any sense. I think what I'll do is I'm going to figure this out off camera. I need to do a little bit of thinking, you know, get my brain just in the building mode, not really the commentating mode, the video mode, but more of the thinking mode. And I'm going to just kind of play around with this a little bit. I'll come back with you guys, explain what I did, of course, and we'll kind of get back to things from there. But yes, I will be right back with you guys here very soon, and hopefully I can come up with something pretty cool. Check this out. So this is what I've come up with so far. Honestly, I'm actually pretty happy with it. I think a lot of people kind of stick to odd numbers when it comes to building because then you have that central point and it just makes things really easy. But this, for being, you know, an even numbered build, I'm actually really excited and really happy about this thing. I think it looks pretty cool. I basically just laid down certain blocks and kind of changed things until I thought it looked right. So I'm really happy with it. Let's head over to this side. Finishing touches that I would like to make. The only thing that like I would really love to change is just that top bit, but since it is a 2x2 up there, I can't really do anything. I can't really add anything up there. I tried adding, because those are half slabs up at the very top. I tried adding another half slab on top of that, and it just looked too tall, too kind of weird. So next thing we need to do is we need to go in and add the water, of course, because, you know, a well, water. My shovel is too efficient for its own good, I think. Let's like patch a little bit of this back up. Yeah, okay. And now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have changed the walls down there so they're not grass. That's something I actually could just do right now, I guess. Alright, so I went in and I changed all of the walls to stone brick, so it's looking a little bit more cohesive, which is nice. I like it. I love this little thing. I love this little build. Basically what I did for the roof was I just added a couple stairs, and I thought the stairs looked good facing towards each other. At first they were facing kind of with the back towards the center, and I didn't like that. I thought that kind of made it look too slopey. It just didn't look good in my opinion, so I wanted to change it up and add some of this. I also just added little details. I love using the cobblestone walls and the fence post to add in extra detail. I just think it's a really good way to add depth, and that's something I go for in all of my builds, is just really good amounts of depth. So the bottom's a little boring. I've seen this kind of similar design before with the stairs and stuff like this, but I think the top is different. I think it looks really cool. I'm excited about the top, and the bottom honestly doesn't really need to be too flashy or anything, so I'm not too worried about it. But what we could do is maybe light up the inside of these just like that or something, kind of keep them hidden behind. You can't really see from if you're like at this angle, which is cool. Gives it some lighting. Another thing I wanted to do was add a cauldron so that it looks like it's kind of a bucket of water. Now the only thing is, this is again an even number, so it's gonna look a little weird. It's gonna be offset, and I might decide not to keep it. I'm not entirely sure yet. Alright, so I got my cauldron and I got my lever over here. So this is just gonna be a little detail. I don't even know if we'll keep this. I don't know, it might just be something cool that we can add to this to make it look a little bit more legit, but we could do something like that. I actually maybe even want to put it down one more, but then again, maybe not. Maybe keeping it like that would be okay. I don't know. It serves its purpose, I guess. So we could put some water in there. It kind of acts like it dropped down, it picked up some water, and there's water for us to use. So I don't know. I think that looks, you know, it looks decent. Maybe on this side, kind of close to where that is, we could put a lever, and this kind of acts like, oh, you hit the lever, it goes up, it goes down, stuff like that. So yeah, this is my little well design. I hope you guys liked it. It was a little, you know, it's just a chill little well design episode. So but that is going to have to be it for today's episode, guys. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for visiting my channel. And if you made it to this point in the video, thank you for watching the full video. You guys are awesome. I just want to say thank you guys. You have been showing insane support. I have a lot of new series. I have 2 new series happening on my channel right now. I have my Decidedly Vanilla SMP series, which is the one that like I've been spending so much time on. It's been so much fun. You guys should definitely check it out. And then I also have my Pixelmon series, so if you guys are Pokemon fans and Minecraft fans, you might like that series. I also hope that I cleared up some of the portal questions you guys have, as well as why I've been gone for so long, but be expecting videos, 4 to 5 videos a week. And again, just you guys are awesome. I can't say it enough. But with that being said, I will catch you in the next video. I hope you all have a very beautiful, wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.